Itu nggak bisa di-mute
Assalamualaikum
dulu ya?
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello
Sorry.
everyone. First of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Mutiara and I'm here as a moderator. Well, before the debate starts, I will introduce the participants from two teams, namely from the affirmative team and Anissa Sofiana Lewa and Mutiara Siva, and from the negative team, there were Putri Kalista and Nabila Marsha Yuandita. And the topic of today debate is THBT school have the right to punish cyberbullying that occur outside of school. Okay, let's start this debate from the affirmative team. Let's start from the affirmative team.
Okay, as we all know, the internet today is very developed, so that many negative events have sprung up, such as cyberbullying. People freely express their opinion on the internet. Sometimes they don't realize their words have hurt others, and that includes cyberbullying. Incidents like this need to be educated for teenagers, and schools also have a role to prevent their students from cyberbullying. And I agree if schools make penalties for cyberbullying, even though the incident did not occur directly at school, but schools that act as educators also have a role to play in correcting the bad behavior of their students. So the students realize that what they were doing was wrong.
Well, thanks for the opinion from the affirmative team. Now I invite the negative team to express their opinion.
Okay, thank you for your time. I think cyberbullying, the thing that can be fought is the provide support to the victim. If this happen, this need for good and really important education and understanding of social media platforms, but also ethics and how to communicate in social media. So the school does not have to make punishment, but there are others ways besides giving punishment.
And now let's start to listen second opinion from each group, and we will start from affirmative group.
Thank you, moderator. Experts say the cases of cyberbullying are on the rise, even though cyberbullying is not carried out in schools. The school is obliged to give punishment because the effect of cyberbullying can damage the uh, victim victims' mental and physical bodies. Even the victim also feel that learning at school is disrupted or it becomes difficult to focus on studying because of the cyberbullying risk.
Okay, cyberbullying is the means of the internet to harass, turn, and embarrass someone. This often happens to teenagers. They do cyberbullying. There must be a reason. For example, someone who provokes him via the internet by sending harsh words and spreading prank videos. Is is the school concerned to give punishment? No, the school does not have to give punishment, but advice so that they understand what can be done and what can be done. It is the parents who take care of the cyberbullying case because the child will follow what their parents teach them. If the parents are rude, the children will behave like that too. Parents should also pay attention to how their children use the internet. If there are things that are negative, then give advice to see things that are positive. Sometimes cyberbullying occurs because of a lack of affection. Therefore, parents must understand the language of young people and often share with their children what the problem is and give a solution.
The problem of cyberbullying cannot only be handled by parents because there are some parents who are busy at work, so they don't have time to pay attention to their children. And because of this, schools are expected to take a role in disciplining cyberbullying perpetrators or embracing victims of cyberbullying. It comes from research, however, the threat of cyberbullying also looms large on social media. In Indonesia, the Indonesian Commission on Child Protection, or what we usually know as KPAI, found that in 2016 there were 900 from cases of online bullying against minors.
Moderator, may I give another opinion?
Yes, go ahead, negative team.
Not necessarily punishment for combating cyberbullying because we know that today children have a lot of sense. So we can overcome this cyberbullying by including material in one of the subjects. For example, giving education, we can tell them about what the punishment is if they do this. If they are punished bluntly, they will defiantly find other ways so the school doesn't know they have been cyberbullying.
Thank you, negative team. How about affirmative team? Do you want to give another opinion?
As what Anissa said before, if possible, school must suspend students who do cyberbullying or drop out students who do cyberbullying, because cyberbullying is just as cruel as face-to-face bullying. Many cases of cyberbullying make victims stress and end up committing suicide. Amanda Todd, for example, she is one of the victims of cyberbullying who eventually committed suicide and couldn't bear to expect cyberbullying for her friend.
Okay, thank you, affirmative team and negative team for the opinion. Now I'll give 5 until 10 minutes for each team to prepare your rebuttal speech. Okay, let's start to listen rebuttal speech from negative team.
Thank you for the opportunity. I really understand what affirmative team are saying. But the logic is only if the students are given education first by the school. At least they will know what the risks and penalties are if they cyberbully. They will think twice about doing that. Thank you.
Thank you. I agree with the opinion of the negative team that cyberbullying can be overcome by means that school must provide education to their students. But that method is less effective because of what? To the children, material from school is just material. They do not apply it in their lives. So educating a student will not make them deterrent, and cyberbullying will continue.
Well, thank you for the rebuttal from the affirmative team. For the negative team, is there a rebuttal?
I really understand what you are saying, but the logic is only if students are given education first by the school. At least they will know what the risks and penalties are if they cyberbully. They will think twice about doing that. because not all students think that education is only material. Some students will also apply the education in life, and they will think before doing cyberbullying. There are people provoking them to do cyberbullying.
Last rebuttal for affirmative team.
Yes, I agree with Mutiara's opinion, let alone cyberbullying, free sex, and drugs. Every school has provided education. They may, as much as possible, fight these two cases. But what the result is still free sex and drugs are still happening in our country, even the numbers are increasing every year. So, in my opinion, schools should not only provide education but should also make punishment for this case.
Thank you for the rebuttal from the team and the affirmation. Well, before I will read the summary of opinion from the two teams. So to combat cyberbullying, schools not only punish students so they are deterred, but also provide education about cyberbullying so they can apply it in their lives. Well, I think the participant of the affirmative team and the negative team who have taken the time to participate in this debate. I apologize if there are mistakes while being a moderator. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.